Hello, we're taking another look here. Just to take off the candy catching tray on the bottom of the unit. You can see that one right there. There is the nuts inside. There are 5 bolts that hold this on, and they are basically a standard screw, I guess, head on top of the bolt itself. As you basically hear me unscrew it, you hear it fall out. The nuts are falling right to the bottom, so it's nice and handy. It doesn't roll off the table, which I got to slope because as I hosed it down, I realized I had a lot of water pooling on my table, so I quick shift mated a couple of the 2x4s and 2x6s to make my table tilt table, so it works out great for me, so I don't have all the water pouring back on my own feet, which was really kind of a pain in the butt. So, and basically, we'll listen here, it should fall in just a second. We'll see it here. Or maybe not. Maybe that one's stuck in there. And of course that one is. So anyway, that one's going to take a second hand. So, but normally all the other ones have fallen right straight to the bottom, which is great. Oh, that one was really tight there. That was crazy. So anyway, again, that one just fell down. So we got 2 of them down, and one still tied down. I got to have my second hand, which I obviously can't use from here. So when I got the camera on. But anyway, see if this one, get this one to fall here in a second. There we go. That's it basically falling out as I unscrew it, so it does a nice job there like it's supposed to. That one also the same. And the whole unit just lifts off. Great, and, you know, works well. Pull the nuts off, pull the bolts out, and then I usually screw my nuts back on my bolts. That way I know what goes where, and that's also kind of what this little video here is, a little cheat sheet for me in case I don't get this put back together for a few days. I'm going to be more likely to remember it, and that sucked. I dropped that, although I did find it. So I've been having to go through and count each one of my bolts before I put it in my tray over here. My screws the same. I actually had one of them that had dropped out. I couldn't find, but thank goodness, because I counted it, I was able to locate it prior to moving stuff too much. I was actually stuck in one of the coin mechanisms. It had fallen down in here, but I was able to find it, so I could locate it prior to moving things around and getting completely lost. So anyway, next I'm going to try and take apart the bottom here, and I believe inside there is how I adjust how much of the M&Ms, Red Hots, or whatever I'm going to put in it, actually measures out the amount. So we'll find out here in a minute if that's what I need to do or not. Thanks for watching. Okay, back now. Gonna go ahead and try and take this off. As you can see, well, maybe you can see, there is a gear that allows to rotate in here, and as that gear rotates, which would be turned by the mechanism that's on the coin holder, which would be like right here. So when you put your quarter in, you rotate it, this gear is going to tie into that gear, and that gear is going to allow the candy to fall out, and the candy will actually fall out of this little tube right here. Again, I'm in the shadow, unfortunately, in my garage, so see if I can get it out here a little further. See that little mechanism there turn? I believe inside there is where I need to adjust for the amount that's actually going to come out. So we have a single screw on the back here, which again appears to be the same size as all the other screws. So I've got one size of screw, and then I've got the one size of nut and bolt. So it's going to be easy to keep straight. Don't have to worry about one being too long, maybe doing damage, something like that, which will be good. Appears this comes off with that little clip there, so I'm going to see if I can't, maybe, I don't know, see if I can't pop this off here, one-handed. I don't know if that's going to work or not. It doesn't appear to be, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this for just a second and hook those 2 little units, and I'll be right back. Okay, back now. Took me just a second. I just put a screwdriver in that little hole there, the straight screwdriver. Put the tiniest little bit of pressure, bent down with my thumb with my other hand holding the pressure on it. Each side bounced off individually. This unit pops off. Basically, this is where the candy would slide out of here and go down into the chute, which we showed you earlier, to actually give out to the customer. This is the wheel mechanism right here that's actually rotating. And yes, that's actually, let's see if I can get that down here. This unit would be upside down. This unit here would basically adjust depending on how far over you move that to how much candy. Oh, there's a little bitty nipple on there, and that nipple is going to set into those grooves. So basically, if I set that nipple, depending on what groove it goes into, as to how much candy it's going to dispense per vend. So I was hoping that was going to be something simple like that to find out, and it sure does appear to. So I'll probably, once I get this all washed up, get it all cleaned up, I'll throw in a bunch of candy that I'll probably keep for myself and eat. That way I don't have to like actually handle it and giving it back out to people. But I'll run through a 5 or 10 vends on each one, different settings, see which one I want, measure out the weight, and see how much I'm going to make per bag, and try and equal them out so I make a little profit there. So this is the little slider arm here that keeps the candy from getting jammed up as it rotates through, because this would be the bottom of the inside. So basically, and it also, let's see here, I figured it would just slide out of there. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it comes out. Okay, it comes out from the front. So it basically will come right out of there just nice. And I'm going to make a pile. Got a big pile of stuff you can see over here. Everything's going to be taken in, ran through the dishwasher like I said. Got to make sure I have the dryer part off. Definitely don't want to melt all those together because that would not be fun. So looks like I've got 5 more there to knock out and be ready to go. And once I get that done, I noticed on the one key door over here, the little nut underneath that holds that in place is a little loose. I'm going to have to find a wrench, or maybe even just a crescent wrench on it to make sure I get that tightened up. So I'm taking the key open. It definitely wanted to spin the whole lock, which is making it hard to unlock. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll check back in as soon as I get to the next segment. Have a great day.